Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach. Today is Saturday, July 3rd, and I am here with you today to discuss Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, the Milwaukee Bucks at the Atlanta Hawks. Should be a fantastic game. It unfortunately is who's not playing as opposed to who is playing. That's sort of the dilemma we're in these playoffs. But as of right now, the game is Atlanta favored by 2.5. So Vegas thinks there will be a Game 7. And the over-under's 216. So also seems to be a decline in the scoring, considering there's not going to be Giannis. He's out. And Trae Young is questionable. So that is the one guy that we have to really follow the news throughout today until that game time this evening. Because if Trae plays or not, it changes the entire build all the way around. For right now, I'm going to make an assumption that he's going to be out. And if he does play, we will put some updates up on Twitter to update our listeners, and also certainly in Discord for our members. The only other person listed on the injury report was Bogdanovich, and he is probable. So he is going to roll out there. We know he's not 100%, but he certainly stepped up his game and dropped a lot of shots in this last one. So very, very interesting. This has been a wild series, especially because of the situation with all of the injuries. So let's break this down. And before we get started, I just have to give a huge thank you. Earlier last night, we reached a milestone that we had set out for, and that was to get 1,000 subscribers as our first main goal with DFS Coach Talk on YouTube. And we did it truthfully organically. We've strictly built by word of mouth. We on purpose haven't done advertising and all of those things to just try to jam in subscribers. We wanted to get a real true strong base, and it's you guys out there and you gals out there listening to us right now, because that's how we've built this base. And people listen on a consistent basis every day, and we really appreciate that. And, as we grow here, certainly this first milestone was a big one. And again, it's all because of you. So appreciate that. If you are watching this on YouTube and you want to now be part of the second 1,000 and you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please hit the thumbs up, the subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the little alert button up in the upper corner. That'll let you know when any of our podcasts post. And it is going to be busy. We're doing every single day there is NBA in the final series coming up. Then we're doing all of the NBA Olympics, what's the NBA players playing for the U.S. and on different teams. But we're going to have DFS for the Olympics. DraftKings Fanduel certainly have coverage, and we're all over that. So we won't miss a day of that. And then I assume that DraftKings and Fanduel will cover the Vegas Summer League, which starts right after the Olympics end. So it's going to be basketball here for quite a while, and we're excited about that. And on top of that, we've got baseball 7 days a week. We're going to start mixing in some podcast bits where we're going to have some of our strongest plays, some of our fades. That will start up very soon. And then, before you know it, we go right into football. So we're so thrilled here that we're growing, that people are winning. We get posts and tweets and shout outs every day with people using the Coach Talk system, and also looking at the picks, talking through them. And what we're trying to do is give you the best chance to cash and be successful, and not just on a single slate, for the long haul. So thank you for listening to me. I really do appreciate everybody, and just was very excited about reaching that goal. All right, how about we have an optimal lineup? Let's put one together and talk about this Bucks-Atlanta game. Let's look at the home team first. Again, we're going to assume at this point that Trey is out, and not sure that that's the case, though, because the line, I was expecting it to be more of a pick'em, but it almost makes me feel as though Trey may play with that 2.5 favoritism, but I haven't seen anything to say that he will. He tried warming up before the last game and couldn't push off that ankle, and and his whole thing is quickness and being able to get that shot up. And if he can't do it, he can't do it. So let's look at the key players in this game coming forward. First of all, we need to talk about Bogdanovich and Herter. Those are the two guys that really helped us this last time out. Herter shot the ball very poorly, 3 for 12, but he did get 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, a block. He was able to get to his number. With Trey out, I think he's going to handle the ball a lot. He's going to be on the floor a lot, and I think you got to look at him along with Bogdanovich. Again, Bogdanovich not 100%, but he went 10 for 22 from the field, including 7 threes. So he's definitely doing better than he was earlier in this series. So he's got to be directly in play. Those are the first two guys I want to start with if Trey sits. After that, the decision needs to be made. Do you go with a Collins or a Capella? I'm more comfortable with Collins, but I'm not overwhelmingly thrilled with either one of them. Collins, got there barely, by hitting 7 of 16. He did grab 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and help down the stretch, but he is inconsistent, and he is a little bit risky at his price. Capella, on the other hand, just has not been a big part of this series. It's just not worked out for him. He doesn't match up well. For some reason, they're not getting him the ball. He only took 3 shots this last game. He did grab 8 rebounds, but for his price, only 21 minutes, and I've seen that trend pretty consistently. He's going to be a full fade for me. The one guy that definitely went from not rostering to being a key part of the roster is Lou Williams if Trey Young sits. So it's pretty simple. If Trey plays and it doesn't have restrictions, I think you go for him. If Trey plays but has restrictions, then I'm not going to use Trey or Lou because they're going to split. If Trey sits, like I'm anticipating at this point, then I will use Lou Williams. He played 35 minutes, got up 15 shots, 4 threes, was able to get 5 assists, 2 rebounds. So at his low price, you can't pass him up. So Herter, Bogdanovich, Lou Williams, going small for the guys that I like with Atlanta. The only other guy that I'd like to mention is Danilo Gallinari. Now, the reason I like to mention him is he always gets the most minutes of anybody off the bench. He only got 23 this game, but he's gotten into the low 30s. He is losing some time to the Cam Reddish rotation, and Cam got 22 minutes. So, it's not a plug-and-play Gallinari for me like it was, but I would prefer to go to him if I was going to use one of the bench guys, which I'm going to try to avoid. Not interested in anybody else on the Atlanta side for this game. Before we jump into the Bucks, real quickly, we would love to have you join us at DFS Coach Talk. Go to dfscoachtalk.com. There's several options that you have there. You can sign up for as little as a 3-day $10 pass, which a lot of members want to try it out, dip their toes in the water a bit, and then they generally extend from there. That's perfectly fine, and it's always good to do that on the weekends. If you're listening to this now, you jump in, you've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so you're through the whole 4th of July holiday weekend, and There's going to be a lot of sports going on. If you want to go for a bigger membership, that's perfectly fine too. We have a week, a month, whatever works best for you. Also, we have a deal with BetUS.com.pa, one of our partners. If you go to BetUS.com.pa and sign up for the first time with a $149 deposit and use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word, no space, you get 2 free months with Coach Talk. So it's a great deal. If you want to bet on this final series and you were going to put money in somewhere or invest in playing some money in that series, BetUS.com.pa is the most respected in the industry. I've had a membership there for 15 years, and that's why they're a partner, because I trust them and wouldn't send any of our members anywhere that I am not already myself. So take advantage of that if you want to give that a whirl as far as the BetUS and getting the 2 months free. So that is what we have going there. Also, if you want to check us out on Twitter, we're at DFS Coach Talk. I'm at Joe Sarvadi, JoeSarvadi. Andrew is at Language Olympic, and you can shoot us questions there, give us any feedback. We always answer those, always. And also on YouTube, feel free also to shoot questions there. We're checking those, monitoring those throughout the day. But we'd love to have you join us. As soon as you're aboard, you jump in our Discord. We have the best community that's out there, and great way to bounce things off of each other. We had a great baseball night last night, and just a lot of, us working on it together. Crash and I going through the guys and talking through it and getting in Discord and checking the weather. We've got members in just about every city where there's a pro team. So it's a lot of fun. We'd love to have you. And what are you waiting for? Come on. All right, Milwaukee Bucks. Let's talk about the Bucks. Without Giannis, the question was, where was the usage truly going to go in a big game like this? Who is going to pick up that slack, and how that was, what was going to happen from there? Everybody pretty much decided that it was mainly going to be Middleton and Holiday, and that's where all the ownership went, and deservedly so. Middleton played 45 minutes and Holiday 42. They got up a combined 40 shots and made a very good 19. So they were just under 50%. They were able to knock down 5 threes combined. Middleton had 13 rebounds to go along with a couple of assists, and Drew Holiday with 13 assists. So yes, they were both great. They're both the first 2 options you want to look at here from this side of the ball, with Giannis being out. So very easy. Now, the question is, this next spot or 2 are going to be what makes or breaks your lineup. It's that simple. And from what I saw and what I anticipated the last go-around, Bobby Portis would step in. We've been touting Bobby Portis for months, wanting him to get minutes, knowing that he's a good DFS points per minute guy. And he finally got his opportunity. He started, he played 35 minutes and 42 seconds. He got up 20 shots, just the same amount that Middleton and Holiday got up. So he tied for the most shots taken, made 9 of them, had 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and finished with 22 points. So, is he going to be mega chalk here with his price staying down a bit? Without question, everybody's going to go there. So, the low ownership to mid ownership guy that we've been riding now is going to be the most popular on the slate. But his price is still decent. I still think you can look there. Now, the only other options that we really have for Milwaukee is PJ Tucker. And, he's a reasonable option. He got 5 shots up. That's usually about the most he'll get up. But he did make one of those corner threes, and he did grab 11 rebounds. So, his price is pretty low. He doesn't need a lot to get there. But the question is he good enough to be your last man in to get it done? Because after that, you're pretty much out of options. Pat Connaughton is the only other guy that people will go to. He got 21 minutes. Didn't do that much. He did get 9 points, but only 1 rebound. I'm not going to go there. So for me, not having to spend up for Giannis or Trey, I just think, it's going to be chalky, but you have to build that nucleus with Middleton and Holiday and Herter and Bogdanovich. And then that last guy in, or 2 last guys, depending on what site, 5 or 6 guys, that's where the key decision has to be made. And the ones that are standing out for me right now are Gallinari, Lou Williams, Bobby Portis would be the 3 that are most important. So I really don't think this slate is that hard. You've got 7 or 8 guys maximum to put your 5 or 6 man team together. So that's not difficult. The difficult part with no Giannis and no Trey is where you put them in the order, either as captain on DraftKings or the staggered 3 spots on Yahoo and FanDuel, because that's what's going to make the difference. And, I don't have that decision made at this moment. I'm going to keep reading and looking and deciding, listening to some coach speak and maybe a little bit of some beat writer stuff, because that's really the key. And I'm not, of those 7 or 8 guys, really probably other than Gallinari, and I would use probably any of the other 7 as a possible captain. That's how open I am to looking at how this can shake out. Obviously, if you go with a cheaper on DraftKings, if you go with a cheaper Lou Williams or Portis or someone like that, you can get a little bit more of that stack in there. But it's not as bad with Trey and Giannis as far as salary. So, when I cashed this last time, I just thought Middleton was the best player on the floor. I spent the money on DraftKings as a captain, and it worked out fine. You're not penalized on price in the other 2, so you just really have to flat out figure out who's going to have the most raw points. And then that 3 stack, and the way you do it is what's going to take stuff down for you. So that's it. I mean, that's the main group. I think that core is pretty small now with this game. I think you're going to see those 7 guys be the dominant guys that get the main minutes and the main DFS points, and just game scripting it a little more to determine how you want to rank them, I think, is what the day's work today here is on Saturday, so that we get ready for this game. But that is it. If things change with Trey and he does play, like I said, we'll post some things on Twitter. We'll certainly be in our Discord, and we will adjust those things, because that news, if he does lace them up, will shuffle probably 3 spots for me that will be a change. So that is it, my friends. I really hope that helped, and really appreciate, again, as we reach that milestone of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Please continue to hit that thumbs up, the subscribe button, click the alert button. Check us out at DFS Coach Talk on Twitter, and our website is dfscoachtalk.com if you want to check us out there. So appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. It's a beautiful 4th of July weekend, and it would be really great to start it off with an optimal lineup takedown here on this Saturday. So again, thank you for listening. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe if you're traveling, and we certainly will be back. Now, tomorrow there's no game, so on Monday, if the Hawks win this game, Monday is Game 7, so Andrew and I will be back for that on Monday. If Milwaukee closes it out, we will confirm the first game of the NBA Finals, where they'll play the Suns, and then we will post on Twitter, in our Discord, and on our website of the podcast schedule for this coming week. We will be doing every game of the finals. All right, thank you. Have a great one, and let's go get it and take some money down And we'll be back with you on Monday when we're going to look to crush it in NBA DFS.